you've spent any time on Tiantian Xiangqi, you already know that their revenue generation model is primarily based on advertising and getting their users to watch ads. And of course, this isn't unique. I've downloaded and used almost every single Chinese chess app in the Google Play Store, and almost all of them have some sort of ad model. But there's a major difference between how Tiantian Xiangqi implements it and all the rest, and that difference has to do with psychology. So in many of the other Chinese chess apps, they'll have a banner at the top or bottom showing an ad, or after you play a game or before you can play a game, they'll show a 20 to 30 second ad. One of the apps that I used that was particularly annoying to me was one where every second time you swiped away from the app and you came back to it, it would automatically play an ad. You had to wait for the ad to finish before you could pick up where you left off. Now, the problem with all those ways of getting people to watch ads is that they are intrusive and almost a punishment. So I play a game, I'm using the app, and then as soon as I finish the game, then I'm forced to watch an ad. Or in the case of the one that I really didn't like, I deleted that one pretty quick. Just swiping away and then coming back, all of a sudden being confronted with an ad, felt like a punishment for even using this app. Now, Tencent flips this whole model on its head and does it completely the opposite. And this is one of the reasons why I like Tiantian Xiangqi. I know that probably the #1 complaint about Tiantian Xiangqi from having read on the Chinese forums is about the ad model. People don't like watching ads, I get that. But Tencent is smart. They use very robust psychology to not only increase the amount of ads that you watch, but actually it makes it a better experience for you. So rather than intrusively forcing you to watch an ad, the game developers have placed throughout the entire app a multitude of places that you can go watch ads. Now, why would you want to watch an ad, you say? And the reason is because they reward you for watching ads. So for example, you can watch an ad to water this money tree, which makes the fruit grow faster. So I just watched an ad, I collected some fruit, and more fruit is going to start growing in the next 2 hours, as shown by this timer here. And if I want to speed up that process of growing more fruit so I can get more coins, I can go watch another ad. And there we just watered the tree, fruit is starting to grow, it's going faster, folks. We're at 1 hour and 18 minutes left until this tree is filled up. I think I'm going to go watch another ad so I can get this faster. We're really cooking now, only 48 minutes left. Maybe I'll do another one. And that's how this model works. In psychology, this is known as a fixed ratio schedule of reinforcement. It's a moderately effective way of rewarding people for a particular activity. And honestly, it feels a little bit more fun than being shown an ad almost as a punishment. What Tencent has done is designed an elaborate reward model, or in psychology, these are called reinforcements, around the behavior of watching ads to encourage you to watch ads, to make it more fun to watch ads, to incentivize you to watch ads. Before I move on from this daily money tree, as they call it, I'll just show you that when you collect enough of this fruit, in this case I have 8,500, you can exchange it for coins or gold ingots if you save up enough of it. And if you go back to your inventory, you'll see the amount of fruit that you've collected here if you want to get to it easily. You can also do the treasure box activity, and they show depicting here these treasure boxes. You watch an ad, it opens a treasure box, and every day you can do this 6 times, collecting different rewards. So let's do that. So that gave us an analysis card that you can use to run the analysis engine in your games. Well, let's do that again. Energy cards you can use in puzzles, 1 day use of this chessboard theme, 7 days of this profile frame, 3 days of this chessboard, 1 day use of this cool ice-themed board, and we've watched 6 ads. That's the limit. If we try to watch another one, we get an error message. So we've completed the treasure box activity for the day. It renews tomorrow, and you can do that all again and collect more rewards tomorrow. Unlike the daily money tree, the treasure box, 6 treasures, and celestial chessboard activity operate on a different schedule of reinforcement, to use the psychological term. Where the daily money tree gives a predictable result, you watch an ad, you know exactly what's going to happen. And as I said, research shows that this is a moderately effective schedule of reinforcement. These other activities use what's known as a variable ratio schedule of reinforcement. And this is where the rewards are randomized. We aren't given the details about the treasure box or 6 treasures activity, but the celestial chessboard does tell us what the probabilities are for each reward. And I'm going to have a whole video that goes through this entire activity in a lot of detail, and you might enjoy watching my cognitive decline as I destroy my brain cells watching hundreds of ads. Here's a sneak peek. All right, today's the last day, and fingers crossed that we get that last golden general. So let's get to it. Advisor, another advisor, 3 advisors in a row, 4 advisors, silver cannon, another advisor. Okay, and last try. Oh, and another advisor. So I guess this week we were not able to fill up the starry chessboard. So anyway, when a reward model gives an unpredictable results, it turns out that it is much more effective for behavior modification in terms of the psychological hooks that it puts into you. And it is the exact same reward system that's used in slot machines. It's one of the reasons why slot machines and other types of gambling are so effective, is because there's a randomized reward. The high value rewards have a low probability, but your brain says keep chasing it. So just for fun, let's complete the 6 treasures activity right here. And this is basically the same activity as the one we just completed, but instead of the rewards being chessboards and frames, the rewards are exclusively monetary or in-app currencies. So we'll watch our first ad. So we got some copper coins, more copper coins, more copper coins, more copper coins. And just like the other activity, there's a limit. You can only do this 4 times a day. If we try to watch another ad, we get that error message. Now, one reason why this is like a slot machine is that it promises high rewards. You can see some of these high value ones here. They don't tell us what the probabilities of receiving those are. I assume that the higher value rewards are very low probability, which is why we just got rewards on the lower end of the scale. But in any case, if you find yourself needing some copper coins to purchase something in the app or to enter a match, you can get some extra coins here. After you've completed an activity for the day, it drops to the bottom of the list. So today I've already completed my VIP login as well as these 2 ad activities, but I haven't completed these ones yet. So let's go back and I'll show you the last place that you can watch ads in that Discover tab, which is what we're covering. So every day when you log in, you'll be presented with an opportunity to watch an ad and collect some rewards. If you happen to close that pop-up bubble, but later decided that you actually wanted to go get those rewards, you can find that here in the Discover tab under this gift section. So in these rewards pretty much stay the same every day. They're predictable, so that's a fixed schedule of reinforcement. And it's usually a pretty good deal. You can see that you get 6,000 coins compared to, we watched multiple ads, each time only receiving about 1,500 to 2,000 coins in the previous activity, but with the promise of getting much higher rewards. In this case, it's 6,000 coins for 1 ad. So I got my coins, an analysis card, and a tournament ticket. Go ahead and accept those. This one is free. You don't have to watch an ad, but each of these items are only 1 day use. So if you don't use it today, then it'll expire. You can get it back tomorrow if you go ahead and accept it. But if for some reason you want to have these for 7 days, you can go ahead and watch the ad. And that gave us 7-day use of those items. So if we go to my inventory, look at the chessboard, we can see that I have 123 days of this. And that's because I've completed that activity multiple times where I've watched the ad to get the 7 days instead of 1 day. And last up, you can watch an ad to collect physical cards, which you can use to complete puzzles. Hint cards, also used for puzzles or bot challenges. And a resurrection card, which allows you to undo your move if you made a mistake in a puzzle or in a bot challenge. You can use the resurrection card to maintain your score and retry that puzzle. So that covers all the ways you can watch ads in the Discover tab. In addition to watching ads in that Discover tab, the app developers also place in other areas of the app ways that you can watch ads to get other resources. For example, if you pass a puzzle, you just move on to the next puzzle. But if you fail a puzzle, you're given the option to watch an ad and receive a hint or an undo card. And because I'm a VIP member, I actually get 2 of each of these. So 2 hints and 2 undo or regret cards. And if you want to learn more about how to become a VIP member in Tiantian Xiangqi, I have a video tutorial series about that, walking you through all of the steps. So like and subscribe and go check that out. So as you can see, the app developers have hidden the opportunity to watch ads in every nook and cranny of this app. They were very intelligent in the way that they did so, though, and that's one of the reasons I don't mind it so much. If you're interested in learning more about the psychology that they use to design these reward systems, I actually have a podcast called The Management Theory Toolbox, and in episode 15, I interviewed Dr. Hank Schlinger of the University of California, Los Angeles, who's an expert in this exact topic, and I'll put a link to that in the description. So I think that just about covers everything you need to know about watching ads in Tiantian Xiangqi. So if this video was helpful to you in your exploration of Chinese chess, like and subscribe for more videos like this.